Where have you traveled outside of the United States?
I traveled to Israel and Europe, including Italy, Greece, and England, and Mexico.
How many languages do you speak proficiently?
3.5.
If you could visit any other country, where would it be and why?
Israel, because I lived there once, and I visited several times, and I happen to love that country. And it includes people from all cultures, and my own people.
What culture would you like to learn more about?
I believe Asian culture. It's the one I know least about, and I do have students from Asia that would like to know more about the places they come from.
Were you born in the country that which you practice the culture of?
Well, I practiced American culture, but I was not born in Israel, which would be considered where my culture is from. So, do I practice it? Yeah, I practice American culture, sure.
How do you communicate with individuals whose values and beliefs differ from your own?
That's a great question. What I do is, I don't look at the cultural difference, I look at the people. I had an interesting experience this past week. The white eggs were highly priced, very high priced. The brown eggs were very cheap. I've never had a brown egg in my life. And I looked at the egg and I thought, I don't know, a brown egg? I'm not sure about that. So I asked another customer, she said it's the same. When I went to pay for it, the cashier said, she hesitated, and she said, oh, they're richer. I didn't believe her. Anyway, when I cracked the egg this weekend, guess what? They were exactly the same. And I think that's the same thing for cultures. There are brown eggs and there are white eggs. Because on the inside, we're all the same.
Do you think perspective taking is important for a foreigner to use when they come to visit a new country?
I'm not sure I know what perspective taking is, but I lived in Israel for a year, and I didn't worry about the culture. And it wasn't because I was Jewish or familiar with Israel, because at that time I wasn't familiar. I just looked at people as people, and I didn't see a difference between any of them and me. And that included all people there, because there are people from all parts of the world.
Why do you think stereotypes exist?
That's a great question. I thought about that for a long time because I don't feel or think that way. And I believe it's the way we're raised. I didn't hear it in my home, so I don't believe it. People who are raised that way believe that stereotypes exist. I don't agree.
Can you list one time you were personally stereotyped?
I could list it, but I don't want to think about it. And when I thought about the person or persons who did that, they had personal problems. And they tend to look at others from another culture and have this fear because they don't understand other people. And really, they have to deal with their own issues.
What value do you like or dislike the most about the U.S. way of life?
The value I like the most is that Americans they have a strong will to succeed and be successful in life. And in America, we're given an opportunity to achieve our goals and dreams.
What is unique about the American culture?
American culture, There's one thing, and I read it in a book by Leo Buscaglia. He was called the Doctor of Love. He was a professor at USC, and he wrote that Americans have a difficulty becoming close to each other. And I find that other cultures don't have that problem. Cultures I've befriended, they're not afraid to become close and not only become friends, but become like family.
What are your favorite traditions your country takes part in?
My country. If you mean Israel, well, it's all Jewish traditions. and they're wonderful. If you mean America, it's celebrating the 4th of July and Thanksgiving, events like that. And one of the most moving events was the Sunday of the memorial for the 9/11. It was so quiet in this country. People were listening to their radios as the memorial was going on, and it was one time that I felt America was really united.
Are there days that you miss the community atmosphere you have in Israel?
Well, I live in a community like that within America, within Jersey, so I do have that. But there is a difference, because when in Israel they celebrate Yom Ha'atzmaut, which is Israel Independence Day, you feel it. When they celebrate or remember the soldiers who died, the entire country stops for 1 minute. There's no communication or movement for that entire minute. So you feel it, and that's something we don't have here.
What holidays does your country celebrate that the U.S. does not celebrate?
Oh my goodness. Jewish holidays, there are so many, I can't even list them. So that goes way beyond what you could even imagine, because we have fall holidays, spring, summer holidays, and between.
Is there anything about Stockton that reminds you of your culture?
Yeah, the people here. People are warm, friendly, and there are Jewish kids here also.
Do you think your school promotes global awareness?
Oh yeah, for sure. Through coursework and also promotion. I see it in the material I read that comes out from Stockton.
How important is global social responsibility to you?
Very important. In Judaism, we take that seriously. You're supposed to be responsible for other people. In fact, Israel, after each disaster, they go into the country and help.
What different social responsibilities do you have on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, I visit people, I do kindness for others. There's a whole list. I can't think of them at the moment on video, but it's part of our faith. We're supposed to reach out and help others.
Do you feel like you have more social responsibilities being in a different country?
That's a hard one. Israel, because it's a Jewish country, we feel more responsible, not only for our own people, but for other people and the world, and we reach out. I believe Americans also feel that way, because when there is a disaster, America is there also to help.
Should college students actively seek to improve society?
For sure, that's not even a question. Yeah, in any way they can, through their own fields or through their passions, they should help other people.